What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Monday Night Mayhem for Monday, March 30th. Today's the 30th, right? Or was it
sure.
31st? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just saying.
Time, you know what? Time is irrelevant. We're just here on a Monday. That's all we need to know. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Our Mayhem game tonight is Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus meet up in Bellabell Park. It's a mouthful to say. And we got some fun, interesting topics for you guys at home tonight. So get ready to settle into those ergonomic gaming chairs. Hit that subscribe button. Comment, share this with your peeps, your grandma, your dog, your cat, your neighbor, whoever you got. You can share this with. You just got to share it. And game on, everybody. Fellas, it's Monday. It's my favorite day of the week because of this here very podcast. Over the weekend, there was a lot of news happened. We're officially in, whatever news cycle that we're in right now because PlayStation raised prices. Nintendo Switch 2 had a massive leak over the weekend. And then, Konami decided to pony up some dollars to all their employees for doing a good job. But we're going to talk about that later. The first thing I want to talk about is what have y'all been playing over the last, couple of days, last week and a half time frame outside of Dead Zone Rogue, because I know we all have been playing that and are looking forward to playing that again later this week. But outside of that, what have y'all been playing? Zach, let us know what you've been playing.
Yeah. I, have been having a blast with the finals because Season 10 just dropped. I recently did a video on this to try and get some footage of the whole thing. Holy shit, bro, that game is fantastic. They keep just, adding on to it in, the best ways possible. There's just more maps, more fun sandbox elements. It's all wild stuff. I don't know, a lot of the core gameplay for the finals has been really solidified. It has had this slow crush down of the high competition aspect of it, and they've kind of made it a bit more friendly to play. This has kind of been happening for I don't even know how many updates now. They've really made a lot of adjustments for that stuff a while ago, where it used to be very highly tuned to where you're just not allowed to miss or you're not going to win. And now they've kind of made it a bit more lenient there. Their most recent gameplay mode is called Point Break, which is essentially just Rush from Battlefield. And it's really fucking nice in the finals because that game's sandbox is so ridiculous that you just get people on people on people piling onto one section, and it's just insane abilities, crazy stuff blowing up, everything flying all over the place. Real good time. Doesn't even have to be that competitive because it's 8v8, so your impact definitely matters, but there's a little bit more chance of you just to sneak into a big gunfight and get some wins. The other thing I've been playing is fucking Gray Zone Warfare, which is a huge video that I'm trying to work on right now, and I'll try to get that out sooner than later. I won't say too much about it because I have already talked about it enough today. I did the recording for it earlier, and I'm kind of I've just been thinking about Gray Zone, and I think I need to bring my head off of it for a bit. But TLDR, the game is less of an early access title and more like a real video game now, and it really shows, and it feels really good to play.
Me personally, I don't think I've ever heard of that one until this very second. But, we've all put each other onto a lot of video games we haven't heard about until we get on this podcast. So, Gray Zone Warfare. All right. I'll be on the lookout for your video about it. When's it going up?
I got to get it out by tomorrow because the update drops for tomorrow. And I was able to snag some early access by playing on the supporter edition of the game. And it's just I've been playing it since the supporter early access period started, and there's just a lot to do. It's essentially an open world extraction shooter, and I don't know how much time I've had to put in just to start to really get a hang of what's new about it, but it's been a lot of time, and I've had to sneak in a lot of long sessions to try and get some good footage. And now I got to crunch all that footage down into the big thing I'm trying to edit for this, so as soon as I can get that thing out the door, it'll be out the door because it needs to be timely. So we'll see. Should be as early as tomorrow night if everything goes well.
All right. You guys heard it here. Check out Zach's video tomorrow. And you got anything on the radar that you're looking forward to playing here pretty soon, or you just kind of gonna cycle out those couple of games still?
I think the only thing that I'm on the radar looking forward to right now is potentially Forza 6. I think that is my big, like, holy shit. I don't remember exactly when it drops because there's just been, like, Death Stranding 2 has also been a big part of my play sessions for the past couple of days. But I think that is, as far as I know, the next big release that my brain is like, oh, whenever that comes out, I'm going to have a hard time not paying full price for it because I know it's always a good ride.
Pun intended.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
There's another game I know you've been playing. You want to talk about it a little bit?
What game? Which one? It's going right over my head.
It involves a certain gorilla.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yeah, that game I only get to play on the weekends for some fucking reason. I don't know why I'm not letting myself into the living room. I think I'm just becoming like trapped in this office and I'm just trying to run through the games that I want to get out the door for content purposes. But fucking dude, Donkey Kong Bonanza only gets better and better and better the more that I play that fucking thing. And I don't know how far away I am from like wrapping it up finally, but damn man, like it's just genius. Like every time I play, I'm just introduced to new mechanics and new shit, and it's constantly fucking with like the sandbox that they've already built, and it's nuts. It's just one giant explosive systemic diorama you can just destroy for fun. I love it. Super.
What do you
good.
think about the music?
Awesome. I love the fucking music. The whole theming of the game is really well done, and actually throwing in like classic Donkey Kong tracks and remixing everything is good. My fiance hates the Bonanza songs, but I think they're really fucking catchy.
What?
Yeah, she's not into it. She thinks the fake speech is pretty stupid, but I'm like, nah, it's just part of the fun. Like they're just scatting the entire time. I don't know. I like it. It's fun.
So she dips her fries in ketchup and then in Frosty, and now she hates the Donkey Kong Bonanza, like songs. Like,
yeah, dude, I'm gonna send this clip to her. Yeah, dude, she's not into it. She's crazy.
Oh man. Yep, we got to do something about Lexi. You know, like she's got to maybe hit her with the beam like laser thing from Men in Black.
Yeah, she's got to forget what she. Maybe a couple of repeat tries I can get her to be like new first impressions. All right, listen to this again. Oh, you know, like it that time. All right, listen to it one more time.
Exactly.
See how many times it takes
until it's like just deep in there, like her subconscious, where she's dreaming about it. That'd be funny. All right. Well, thank you for that roundup. Carson, my dude, what have you been playing here recently?
Well, I've been testing the limits of good taste and possibly my character. Because for whatever reason, I've decided to play Postal. I originally got Postal and Postal 2 when I was in college for like $2 or something on Steam because I heard it's a very infamous game, and when I was a child, I remember seeing it on X-Play, and it was the game where you could pick up dog turds and pee on people, and that's still what it is. There's a little more to it than just that. What kicked all this off is I realized that Postal Brain Damaged, which is a spin-off game that basically plays like a clone of Doom Eternal, with dumb potty humor. That was like $5 on Steam, and it was like I remember trying the demo. I remember liking it. I'm gonna cop this, so I did. And I played through a number of levels, and I really liked it. And then somewhere in the back of my brain, it was like, hey, you haven't played Postal 2 probably since college. Why don't you download that? And I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And so I did. And then I found out they made DLC for it, like, at this point, almost 10 years ago. But, yeah. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to buy this DLC. And then I realized the DLC was 75 cents. And I was like, well, Can't really beat that. So downloaded it. Paradise Lost. And granted, when this game came out in 2003, this DLC came out, I guess, 11 or 12 years later in like 2015. So there was, 12 years of fixes and hindsight in there. But I would say it's a lot better than even the default, like, original Postal 2. I don't know what to say, both for myself or for this series of games. For those of you who don't know Postal, these games essentially existed as a response to ratings boards and parents getting all, shall we say, uppity about how violent video games were in the 90s, to the point where they made a game that sets out to essentially be as distasteful and offensive as it can be, and that's normally not my cup of tea, I will say. But they accidentally made a really cool immersive sim in there, and I just finished Atom Fall and Prey, and so I think in my brain something was like, Postal 2 is also an immersive sim.
It's the weirdest trilogy I've ever seen.
And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I'm appreciating it this playthrough more than I think I ever have. And I'm trying really hard not to explore what that says about me. If you've never played Postal 2 before, I highly recommend you keep it that way. And don't. Just fucking don't. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't even bother looking it up. It's not worth your time. It is a garbage game. It is purposely made to be trash. It likely will in some way bother or offend you, which is the point. And the worst part about it is that I kind of love it. It's so... This is the equivalent of, like, I won't even say the McDonald's of video games, baby. This is like the Burger King of video games that we're dealing with here.
Oh, jeez.
I know what I'm getting. I know it's bad. I know it's bad for me, and I know that anyone with a lick of taste will tell you as such. But the big difference here is that unlike the King, I'm having a good time. So, Postal 2 and Postal Brain Damaged are the two games that I have been fucking with this past week.
Carson, I got a recommendation for you. Have you heard of the video game Cruelty Squad?
Brother, I can't finish the last level of that game because it's so hard, but you best believe I'm close.
No
because
way.
I forgot that actually before I was playing this, I was playing Cruelty Squad again. Every so often, something in the back of my brain says, hey, you should chip away at Cruelty Squad. And I didn't realize it until the end of last week, but I was only a couple levels away from finishing it, and I still am. I haven't gotten any of the secret levels. It's like the last normal, in quotes, level. And I've gotten to the last boss, in quotes, but like, whew, that game, Cruelty Squad, is a very apt name. I love Cruelty Squad. Unlike Postal, I would say actually do play. Let me put it to you like this. Cruelty Squad is almost what Postal wants to be, but done a little smarter. It's done grosser and smarter. If that will not make sense to you if you haven't played these games, or at the very least are aware of them. But that's how I would describe it. Cruelty Squad is actually a rock fucking solid game. It looks like Duke on purpose, but it does to wear that on its sleeve because the base game is so fucking good. Whereas Postal, I've never ran into glitches per se with Cruelty Squad. When you play Postal, if you don't run into glitches, something is wrong. You can literally get stuck in the geometry and a little message pops up in the left corner that says, "It seems you're stuck." And then you will teleport out of that spot and another message pop up that says, "There you go. Don't go in that spot again." And that's it. That's how they fixed it. So, yeah.
Jeez.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy that you've learned a bit already. My introduction to Cruelty Squad was somebody making like a slurp core joke, and I was like, excuse me? The fuck is a slurp core? And then like I fell down a rabbit hole. I've never played it, but I try to turn people onto it all the time just out of like pure shock and awe.
It's a fucking... Here's the thing too, though. Like, the first time... I don't know if it's like this for everybody. I know it was for me, and there's a YouTuber I watch. I still haven't finished it because he actually spoils the end, and I want to get to the ending myself. But pre-spoilers, in his Cruelty Squad video, he says, like, I saw this game, it was blowing up, I bought it, I played it for 15 minutes, thought it was dog shit, and refunded it, and didn't think about it, and figured I would never think about it again, but something in the back of my head kept thinking about it. So I bought it again, and then fell in love with it. And that's exactly what happened to me. I probably Prey, because I play Prey like every other year at this point. And was like, man, I really want to play an M-Sim. Everybody says Cruelty Squad is good. I bought it, and I fucking hated it. And I thought it was trash, and I just thought, like, this is all for the memes. Anybody that says this is good is looking past, like, XYZ. Like, no, this is trash. And I refunded it. Like, I'm never playing this again. And then something in the back of my head was like, you got to give that shit another chance, man. You really do. No. It sucked. Cruelty Squad is garbage. It's trash. It's supposed to be. It's like Postal. Nah, you got to give it a try. Fine. I rebuy it. And my second try, I beat the first mission, and I went, uh-oh. Maybe there is something to this. And I quickly realized there's a lot to this. And even as much as I have played Cruelty Squad, I put in over 20 hours into it across the past couple years. And even as much time as I've put into it and relatively know that game, I don't feel like I've scratched the surface of it even. And I'm not entirely sure I'm ready to. I will also say, though, I do play that game muted. I cannot play that fucking game with the sound on. Jesus H. The most you'll get me to do is I might, like, mute the music and maybe do sound effects every once in a while. But you ain't gonna catch me playing that game with both the music and the sound effects on. No fucking shot. Auditory nightmare.
Yeah, no, legit. That's part of the fun, is the nonsense, but I get it. I don't think I could handle. That's why I've never played it personally. Like, I respect it for the meme and the ridiculousness, but I don't think I could fucking handle being in there for like more than 20 minutes.
It has a learning curve, and that's the thing. You have to, like, because the game is openly, purposely very hostile to you and is almost gleefully happy to kill you. But it's one part of the theming, how death has no consequence whatsoever, because like it does gameplay wise, but in the world of Cruelty Squad, death has no real meaning. And two, it's through that you kind of figure out what it actually is trying to get you to do and actually understand like how the game is supposed to be played. And it's one of those deals that like the second it clicks, you just have like that moment of like, oh, okay, so if I can do this, can I do this? Oh, I can do this. Okay, so then can I do, I can do this too. So could I chain these two things together? It, as hostile as it is, as Cruelty Squad is towards you, it equally invites you to do everything in your power to break the fucking shit out of it. It wants you to break it and try to complete things as quickly as possible with however you want to do it. Like, there's different different augmentations and things that you can purchase that will give you different perks or abilities. The one that everyone kind of loves, including myself, is the Grapendix, which replaces your appendix with a grappling hook. And so you shoot out your small intestines and use it to grapple and swing off things. And no shit, it works as good as like the best Spider-Man video game. In terms of like the way that you can grapple and swing to shit. It's kind of crazy. Like, that's the brilliance of this game. It has all these very unique and clever and weird ideas, and they work. The game looks like a fucking fever dream, but it functions like way better than you would ever expect. That's the craziest thing about it. I want to recommend you give it like an actual try sometime, Zach, but at the same time, I literally just finished bitching to you guys before we went on air about fucking... Actually, no, it was just JT that I was bitching to, but I was literally just bitching about how I think Crimson Desert is fucking boring, and I literally only played it for 3 hours to get to the fishing, test the fishing, and go, yep, that's some pretty decent fishing right there. It was just as good as when I played it in Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, and deleted that shit. Because it's mad boring. It's like looped around to a point for me now where if your game has almost too much shit to do in it, that people call it choice paralysis. I don't disagree with that, but whereas that will almost freeze them and be like, I don't know what to do. For me, it's I don't know what to do, so I don't want to fucking even try. Fuck this, I'm bored. Which I also recognize is really fucking stupid. Like, I'm not gonna front. That is a stupid criticism. But I digress. I've talked way too long about way too much stupid shit. Welcome to Monday nights, folks. And no, I haven't smoked yet.
Well, Carson, we got one more question for you. You got anything on the horizon that you're looking forward to?
Hopefully my wife being employed again so I could afford video games. Otherwise, unless you buy it, no. What would that be? I don't fucking know.
Well, all right. Well, you know, we're definitely still rooting for Courtney to get a job.
For sure.
So, jazz snaps.
Not being a sarcastic prick for once and giving you an actual answer. I actually really like the demo to Pragmata. I don't know, even if I had money, if I would be willing to put it down for that. But I would say that I very much want to try it and see if they're able to make an entire game of that hold up. Because I really like the demo, but I felt like it could swing either way. Where this demo is going to this demo has now shown you everything this game has to offer, which don't quite think it's that bad. Or, and I am leaning towards this because Capcom, like we talked about last week, JT, has just been fucking dimes lately.
Yeah.
That this might be a little something special. So, you know, fingers crossed. That's probably the one thing that's like relatively soon that I am interested to try and see how it turns out.
You got your Switch 2 back yet, or will you have it back by the time Pragmata comes out in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, basically at this point. Courtney's still kind of poking a little bit at Pokemon here and there, but Bellatro's really got her again. I mean, she was the one that got me into Bellatro. Her brother got her into Bellatro, and then she fell head over heels into it. And when her brother described it to me, I was like, that sounds like a fucking nightmare, like the worst kind of game, because I fucking hate card games. No, And then I watched her play it and was like, wait, no, I understand this from watching you play it for 30 seconds. That's not right. I fucking suck at card games. This isn't supposed to register. So then, I got it. And yeah, Balatro is deadly. I am so glad that game did not come out until I was long out of school. Oh my God. Yeah. If I was in college or high school or anything, any kind of schooling, and I had Balatro, I probably would fucking fail out. Like straight up. That game is...
I did the worst thing and bought it for my fucking phone because
I did too.
That was the best choice ever.
Even though I had it on fucking Steam, it was like $6 on my phone. I don't know. I might have been at like the DMV or some shit. Or no, not the DMV, because strangely, that's a whole other topic. But I've strangely had extremely good experiences at the DMV over the last like 12 months. I don't know. Listen. The DMV has. I'm not. It's a whole other can of worms. The DMV has like completely shifted a lot of what I think about politics, and I mean that in a positive way, but I won't get into it on air. Point being, I got it when I was at some boring shit. And then was like, oh, wait a minute, I just put Balatro on my phone. This is maybe not a good idea. But the good thing is that I have a shitty iPhone, which you might say, wait, don't you hate it? And you're right, I do. I fucking hate it more than life itself. But that phone is so shitty that I forget Balatro is on it. So it kind of shakes out.
Oh,
and
I think we lost him. Damn.
Batman. Well, until he comes back.
Damn.
Oh, man. I'm still running through Monster Hunter Stories 3. That game has a lot of meat to it. And I don't mean just the monsters. Because while it does have a lot of side quests, it also has a lot of character side quests as well, where you learn so much about your party members, and it's a gorgeous fucking game as well, not only in visual style, but as far as gameplay. Honestly, it's still probably like my game of the year so far. That could very well change just depending on what else comes out in this calendar year. But Monster Hunter Stories 3 is a phenomenal time, and one that I could almost recommend to anybody who likes not only action games, but monster catching games. So if you like Pokemon, things like that, Digimon, Time Stranger, that series, you would absolutely love Monster Hunter Stories 3. And if you like Monster Hunter, just like going on the hunts to hunt monsters, this might be that single player experience that you are looking for. If you just want, to fuck around in that world of Monster Hunter and find like some creatures and raise them up. If you fall in love with a certain monster that you just beat over the head with a sword and shield in Monster Hunter Wilds, why not go see if that monster's in Monster Hunter Stories 3 and raise it up? Because when they hatch out of the eggs, they're freaking adorable, and then within seconds they are no longer freaking adorable. They're just massive beasts, and they do cool moves, and the visual style is just very appealing. I've also put Mario Wonder back into the rotation because the DLC came out, and I had to play as Rosalina. Rosalina's one of my favorite Mario characters because Mario Galaxy, in all honesty, is the first 3D Mario game that I bought. I didn't have Sunshine as a kid. A cousin had 64 and I played it at his house, but I never played the story of 64 until I was an adult. Same with Sunshine. So Mario Galaxy is just special to me, and Rosalina got $20 out of me. I'll just say that. And the DLC is actually a lot of fun. Going to do all the Koopaling boss battles because they're all unique and do some crazy stuff. Like Lenny turns into a circus when you got to hit him with bombs and make him fall off of this big ball and try not to get hit when he turns into the big spike ball. That was a lot of fun. And I think I got 3 more of the Koopa kids that I got to fight, and just unlocking the new hats, of course. Like anytime I got a hat in the OG version of that game, I was always like, yeah, can't wait to use this ability. And now that I'm unlocking new hats in this game, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to use this ability. Like the and then the new Wonder Flower item, it's actually pretty freaking adorable. I'll just say that. Another game that is kind of in rotation still is Street Fighter 6 because the Alex DLC came out, but I've only been tossing that up here and there. And then Kena Bridge of Spirits, I'm going to be working on that after I finish Monster Hunter Stories 3. I wanted to play a couple hours of it when it came out last week since I never played it. And like I said in my last video about it, the game is like a Pixar movie. Visually looks amazing. It plays great. It kind of plays like a Souls game in a way. A little bit easier than a Souls game, but still has some challenge to it. But man, what a time to play these amazing looking games that also are very deep and just get so much time out of it. I think overall in Monster Hunter Stories 3, I'm already over 100 hours into that game and I'm not even close to the finish line yet. And I honestly don't really want to be close to the finish line because I still got monsters to get eggs for, and I won't stop until I catch them all. But as far as games that I'm really like looking forward to coming soon, Pragmata is number one on the list. We continue to talk about Capcom and how well they've been doing this year with Resident Evil and then Monster Hunter Stories 3, and then Pragmata is coming up pretty soon, and then Onimusha is going to be later this year. So it's like you can go to Wendy's and get a 4 for 4, or you can go to Capcom and get a 4 for 4, and you'll be equally happy. You might spend a little bit more money than you would at Wendy's, but you'll still get 4 great things out of it and have a damn good time with all 4 of those things from the outside looking in, because I mean, we haven't played Onimusha yet, but it looks great, and I feel like it's going to play really well as well. So, or if you aren't into Onimusha, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection just came out as well. It's still, you know, you can make that part of your Capcom 4 for 4. Or we could just bring the Capcom 5 back, because they had that during the GameCube era when they had 5 GameCube exclusives that eventually went to other platforms, and they called it the Capcom 5. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I do, because they had 5 smoking games, and they still got 5 smoking games now. So kudos, shout out to Capcom. Reverse that weird decision y'all are doing with the voice actor in the new Mega Man game, because yeah, to fire somebody because he's a part of the union is dumb as fuck. This is why unions exist.
No. You got it backwards. They fired him because he's part of the union, not because he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I was thinking that, and then it just didn't translate into speech. After that.
Normally, I wouldn't jump in on that like that, but that's one of those particular cases I know we feel pretty passionate about, so we just want to make sure, you know. It's
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate you. Other games that I'm looking forward to, not really much. I know there's going to be more games that come out after Pragmata. I think the biggest one that I'm looking forward to after that is Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I played Remake earlier this year and freaking loved it. And now that Rebirth is coming out very soon for the Switch, I'm like, fuck yeah, give me more of that. And apparently the combat in Rebirth is better than it was in Remake. So now I'm just like, all right.
It is.
Yeah, one saucy game to the next.
Zach and I can definitely tell you, though, hopefully you were enjoying the gameplay more than the story.
I think I was.
Okay, good.
Because it's a Nomura game, so I already know going into it that the story's not going to make fucking sense.
Fair. Like the thing is that like I am nowhere near as familiar as you are, so I'm not gonna like front and be like, well, that's what I thought too. I just thought like, okay, yeah, like it's also Final Fantasy VII. Like from the jump, it's already a game that's got a lot of weirdness and plot holes and stuff as is. Maybe 2. I will say maybe because you have played Remake more recently. Maybe it will make a little more sense to you than it did for me. But like, I will say, gameplay wise, you shut your brain off, and you'll have a good time with Rebirth. You really will.
Yeah.
The second a neuron fires, you're fucked.
I might just have to look up fucking lore videos. I grew up with Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid. I'm used to things not making sense, though. So, yeah, Rebirth, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know there's probably like some games here and there mixed in, but I will be working on, after Monster Hunter Stories 3, clearing out the backlog. That's what I will be doing. So Kenna is first on the list, and then I'm just gonna go back from there, because I don't think Kenna's a very long game from what I've been told. So yeah, it'll be good to have something a little lighter after playing all these RPGs. All right, well, that's what we've been playing. That's what we're looking forward to. Let's talk a little bit about the news. I'm gonna take it away. All right, so our first news story from the weekend: PlayStation 5 consoles have now raised in price again. I'm just gonna go down the list on what those prices now reflect. So the PS5 All Digital Edition got a 50% increase from its original price
$50.
of $400 to now $50.
Because it was 50. If it was 50%, it'd be over like 1,000. Or not 1,000,
No, it got
but like 750, something like that. Sorry.
It got a 50% increase from its original price, $400 to $600.
Not this one go though, but like combined, I guess.
Yeah, combined. That's what I was like looking at.
Word.
The combined metrics. And then the regular PS5 with the disk drive went from $500 to $650. The PS Portal went up by $50, so that one went from $199 to $249.99. And here is the big one: the PlayStation 5 Pro console went from $700 to $900. And if you guys remember, the PS5 Pro does not have a disk drive. So if you want the version of it to have a disk drive, you have to buy the attachment separately. And that attachment retails for $80. So basically the PS5 Pro, for all its, nuts and bolts, is $1,000.
Did the disk drive's price go up at all?
No, the peripherals, like the disk drive, controllers, none of that has had a price increase as of today.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you would think those would also go up in price.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah. But this is clearly like memory and storage constraint issues, and also general economy nonsense, I think. So they're just trying to keep it excluded to the stuff that's majorly affected by it.
Yeah. Which, that is the excuse that they're rolling with, but I'm like, this price jump is so egregious, and they just raised the price last, I think, August. Where at what point does somebody, a talking head of one of these corporations, and I know it's never going to fucking happen, this is just wishful thinking, does somebody just say, we just got to eat it and do what's right by the people that we want to appeal to? Because this basically prices out a large part of the video game audience for those people who look at gaming as more of an escape, like we do. We come to video games to kind of like get out of reality and get away from like our 9-to-5s and get out of like whatever bullshit that we might be dealing with, to just have something where we can have that quick dopamine release. And now it prices out those people that at the beginning of the generation, you always have your early adopters. And then by the time you get to this point, you always have those people that say, I waited for the prices to eventually go down. Now it's affordable for me. I have this massive catalog of games that I could go play. That, has not happened. The prices have only increased. So it's basically like, yeah, like you actually, like if you bought a PS5 in the beginning, you have an investment, but it sucks for those people who might want to go out this holiday season, look for a PlayStation 5 to be bundled with like Spider-Man or some shit for $199 like the PS4s were. Those people are completely priced out at this point. So it sets a ugly precedent. I'm not even going to attempt to say what I'm trying to say. It sets an ugly standard for everybody else to just say, fuck it. Like, we're going to raise our prices as well. So my question to you fellas is, where are y'all at with this? I know all of us on this panel are probably not going to buy a PS5 unless we got a new Uncharted. But I think even a new Uncharted at these prices would not get me to budge.
Yeah, I'm pretty locked into the ecosystem that I chose. I mean, I've said this multiple times. I made my digital library on Steam a long time ago, so it's got to take a lot to make me want to move off. And I wasn't ever planning on getting a PlayStation 5 to go experience GTA 6, but I sure as fuck am not planning on doing that now. So I'm just kind of like, damn, man, that sucks for the people who have always been the option of like, consoles are for the budget gamer. Like, this is your entry point into this ecosystem, into this hobby, to give that a shot. And now it's just kind of like drifting away. And the only way you're going to be able to play games like cheaply is on real cheap smartphones for the most part. And that's where gaming is going to start now. It's not going to be fucking whatever your PlayStation or an Xbox is going to get you to get a hold of. Those things are becoming the premium devices. And I mean,
yeah,
to a certain degree, that's good and bad, because we do want the idea of there being a premium option for people. But so like you want to cater to that audience a little bit, but you want to give people the option to even like get into it. And if you keep raising up the prices like this, then it's like you're not going to get those people. Like, I've seen so many posts online of people talking about, yeah, I was planning on snagging a PlayStation 5 before the GTA 6 release, and that was going to be my casual jump into gaming again for a little bit when that drops. And now everyone's probably sitting back going like, fuck, should have bought one like a couple of months ago, or I might not even do it right now. So like, how much is this going to impact the wider industry of like casual gamers who are like, they don't need to have the latest thing the day it comes out? Like you mentioned, they wait for the fucking thing to drop in half the price and then they jump in. So, like, there's a whole section of people that, like, yeah, I just play the games when the cool game comes around. I don't do the yearly releases. Like, maybe I skip the PlayStation 4 era. I only play PS3. Like, I know people that do that kind of stuff. And so, like, this isn't going to help anybody for that. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I know people like you as well, where they don't mind being a generation behind, because massive catalog of games to catch up on, usually pretty cheap in bargain bins or at like a GameStop buy two get one free sale or something like that. But yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say about the price increase. It's just, it sucks.
I got one more point to make, but I want to hear what Carson says first, and I want to see what everybody thinks about this.
Star Command, do you read?
Is he there? Carson to
Can you hear me?
ground to Carson.
Yeah,
we can. My poor laptop. I think it's on its last legs. This Riverside thing's beating the shit out of it tonight. But anyway, no, Zach, you raised a pretty interesting point that I hadn't really thought about until now, because yeah, obviously it's the easy. I don't want to say easy. It sounds condescending. Obvious, I suppose, point of like, yeah, they're raising the price. They're pricing people out in doing so. One of you mentioned that they should swallow this cost, and potentially could.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. And I imagine that to an extent, they still are. However, I get why they are putting this on the consumer so hard and not swallowing the cost. because these fuckers bet their lives on live service, and that shit ain't panned out. So, they have the money to swallow it, but they don't want to because they've already taken so many L's with these stupid live service flops over and over again. But Zach, you raised an interesting point that I hadn't even fully embraced, which is people being priced out that were going to buy it for Grand Theft Auto 6. I think no matter what, that game will be big. However, I'm wondering now what the attachment rate for Grand Theft Auto 6 will be in terms of number of people who have a PS5 and also buy this game, and number of people that have an Xbox and also buy this game. And I really wonder if somewhere along the line that there might not even be enough consoles sold with enough attachment rate. Like, I'm sure that the day it releases, it will break records, but I can't imagine how much money this game will need to make to be a success, given the ginormous budget it's had.
Yeah.
And the thing is none of these companies like to wait for these profits to come in, you know? Like, will GTA 6 make a shitload of money? Absolutely, no matter what. But will it make a shitload of money fast enough to make investors or whomever happy? And I'm wondering now what that number has to be. And we still don't know what it's going to retail for. Maybe if it is $100 and they still sell 6 million copies, well, there you go. $600 million, still not $1 billion, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I wonder now if there have been, I would assume there's been enough PlayStations that if they were to sell and make a profit, it could happen. But I'm just, I don't know. I'm just wondering now if they've almost like checkmate themselves now that the price has increased. I wonder if it will be enough of a blow. I'm probably way off on this one. I know I normally have a lot of takes that I will say with a lot of confidence. This is one that I can't in good faith be like, this will happen, or this should or could possibly happen, but just kind of theory crafting on it a little bit, you know?
I want to add something to
that happening,
because I think you're spot on. I also think this game is going to be one of the games. I think it's going to do like fucking Pokemon numbers the day it comes out, because you know Pokemon always sells like 20 million the day it drops. I think this game's going to sell like 30 million the night it comes out, during that week at least.
And I could easily see that being the case. You know, like they sell that fucking mini off rip, and they've made their money back however many times. Even if it's just two times, that's still a fuckload of money. You're
onto something with it being so big, so massive, the budget for this game, because we know there's going to be an online component to it as well that's also going to need another big budget. I think this game gets delayed at least one more time.
I am still riding on that. That I absolutely agree with. I am not convinced it comes out this year. Next year, I think next year it finally happens. I'm not convinced they're going to make that fall. Especially with all these price increases and all this uncertainty and shit. I feel like that's only going to throw things into more like fucking chaos.
I think the delay is not for reasons that people would normally think about, but I do think that we're going to get one more delay at least, and with that, it's not only going to be on Xbox and PlayStation, but it's also going to be PC and Switch 2 release date as well. It's all for you just get it on everything that you can get it on, and it's there for everybody to try to get in because they want to maximize the fucking sales of this. I think it's going to be on everything, and that's why the delay is going to come one more time, so that way they can say, no, we got to get this ready for as many boxes as possible.
I want to believe that, but I also think that
Me
adding
too.
2 more SKUs is the
happen.
last thing they're going to fucking do.
Yeah, I don't think they give a fuck about PC or Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day. I think they are all in on their traditional
At least right
platforms,
now.
and they're gonna rake in the double dip. Yeah.
Do we want to make a donut bet?
No.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
Listen, I'm that hard up for... I can't fuck around with my money at all right now, boys. Even on a donut bet.
Hey. All right, me and Zach got a donut bet.
All
That
right,
this
we
game
in, baby. We in.
launches day and date PC and Switch 2. If I lose, I owe you a donut. If you lose, you owe me a donut.
Oh, that's
And
it?
then I'm gonna fucking buy it on PC.
That's-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
it.
in.
right.
I'm with Zach. So if you win, JT, you get 2 donuts.
You get 2 donuts.
And if we win, we
You
get a
heard it
donut
here.
apiece.
All right, somebody's got to clock this, like time stamp and everything. Like donut bet going down. GTA comes to everything the same day. But no, Carson, your point was extremely valid. It's just the sustained long-term growth of this game, because I do think there's going to be a situation where GTA 6 has to release on whatever the next PlayStation and Xbox are going to be, or whenever those come out, if they come out. I think it's going to have to be there as well. Kind of like how GTA 5 was PS3, PS4, and PS5. Which, that's insane to think about. Let's go into topic number 2.
Wait, I got one more take. That's
That's right. You do have it.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
for
make it. I'll make it quick. I'm really curious to what everybody thinks, because I've been thinking about this for a long time now, and we don't really know exactly where the price of this thing lands. Some of you are already ahead of me. The fucking Steam machine's price, alongside next to the current console price increases, is starting to look potentially attractive if they don't fuck it up. Like, if the Steam machine is starting to break $1,000 because of the current situation, then most people are gonna go whatever. But if Valve can somehow pull it together and get a fucking RAM manufacturer to keep this thing around the same height that the other consoles are now costing at, it's gonna be fucking crazy. We've got a genuine fucking fight v fight, like a Microsoft v Sony v Valve situation coming up. And so it all depends on if Valve can pull their shit together. I really don't know if they can. But I think one of the reasons we haven't heard about the Steam machine or the Index or any of this Valve hardware for so long this year is because they're trying their hardest to secure a RAM deal to get a single launch moving and then have it within the price range that they originally visioned. Otherwise, they're probably just going to delay this thing forever. I think they're aware that the way that the market works now is first impressions are everything. So if it comes out the gate way too expensive, you've killed the Steam machine for another fucking 10 years as far as anyone's concerned. And Valve wants to do this right once and doesn't want to have to repeat themselves like last time. So I think they're just willing to delay until they can get a price that is competitive. And so if they do nail that down and they can actually make that happen and they don't have to delay for another 2 to 3 years, this thing is going to look nuts. We're going to actually have a third console up against the other spaces, and it's a fucking PC for all we see. So that's the situation I can't keep. I keep thinking about every time I see PlayStation or Xbox raise prices. I'm like, you guys are fucking really making an easy case for a new competitor if they can get their shit together. It'll be the corporate play of the century if Valve can really guarantee DRAM right now amongst all of the bullshit that they're putting up with. And if it all comes up, if those stars align, it's going to be a crazy moment.
I like that idea.
The problem is that they already can't. the Steam Deck doesn't exist right now solely because they cannot secure RAM. You cannot buy a new Steam Deck from Valve at this very second. And like the Steam Deck's been out for a minute. Fuck, I've had mine for going on 4 years now. Like, I love this fucking thing, but you literally can't buy it, and it's Valve. This is not a new product, and they can't even make it happen. And my other thing, too, is that I was with you, and I still am in the idea of if they could figure out a way. But given how everything is currently, and given the number of interviews that they have given already, that they have said, expect PC pricing, expect PC pricing, expect PC pricing, that doesn't give me a whole lot of courage. I'm more in the camp now, unfortunately, that I feel like that's where they're going to stay, is that they are largely going to be like, hey, this is $1,200. That's where I think it's going to land ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's
the
going to be
range that I have between my head, my brain is more around like $800 to $1,200 is where I think it'll be, because I did a little bit of research on like these all-in-one compact NUC PCs that they kind of like have some comparison to, and that's about where they land for their premium pricing. So if they can keep it on that low end, that's where I think it gets really exciting, is if this thing is supposed to be like $800, then you slot right in between fucking PlayStation 5 and Series X. And now you have like or if you want to fucking get this thing, you could just get a Steam machine. But like I said, this is an only situation if all of the stars align nicely. And I have no idea if they will or if they will not. But if they fucking can nail this, then it will be pretty amazing.
One way that they could, in terms of the stars aligning, just to throw it out there, RAM prices have seen the first drop in months recently, because there was an AI company that has already come out and been like, hey, we can't fulfill like 42% of our orders or something crazy like that, where they were supposed to pay for all this RAM and have already said they can't. And I'm sure fucking Sora AI dying, that's gonna tank some shit as well. Like, if this AI bubble really starts to bottom the fuck out, and hopefully it will, or at least continue to as it is, I could see a situation, maybe, I want to believe, where prices do start to go down on certain things to be competitive once again, because RAM is plummeting once more, which it's not going to happen overnight, unfortunately. I can't even really have a whole lot of faith that it's going to ultimately happen at all. I want to believe, though. I want to believe somewhere along the line, as greedy as people are, I hope the people giving them money finally are greedy back and go, no, we want a product for real to make us money now. That's the only hope I have, is that someone is even greedier and takes their fucking money back. That's the only like semi-realistic scenario I feel that's gonna happen, is that finally someone will be, because I'm not gonna say they're gonna smarten up. They're not gonna get smarter. That's proven. But they might get greedier. They might finally want to keep their fucking own money. I don't know. And it's horrific that that's the best scenario that I can think of.
No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's get to our next story. This one's a quick one. We're going to talk a little bit about Konami and how they decided to, in the midst of everything that's happened with layoffs and the RAM shortages and prices going up, Konami actually did something good. They decided to give their employees a nice raise. I can't remember the exact number. Give me just a moment.
Headlines say 30%.
30%. Yeah. 30%
that's
increase.
That's fucking significant, dude. That's a great raise.
Yeah. So, and it's basically just because Konami's also been on a pretty good like resurgence here recently with the couple of Silent Hill games that have come out, with Metal Gear Solid Delta, the Metal Gear Solid collections, and now a new Castlevania that's going to be dropping as well. So the fact that they got a 30% increase, kudos to Konami. I don't really have much else to say about it, but I just want to see Konami make more games.
Yeah, that says to me that they're kind of wising up a little bit, like the whole Nintendo, like, because it's part of Japanese culture to like stick with a company for your entire fucking life, for the most part, and they must realize like, oh yeah, if we really want to have good world-class video games, therefore you need to retain the talent doing those things, and Konami's been doing decent. As of the last like couple of years, after they've kind of realized that pachinko machines aren't the only fucking thing you can make with your properties. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Konami. I'm happy those employees are getting handsomely paid, and I hope they continue to make good stuff. I'm still always a little bitter about the way that they fucking treated Hideo Kojima on his way out the door, but at the same time, like, that is a good thing. At least you are treating other people with some respect, so good on you.
And maybe, you know, that there's people there who kind of like recognize that now. So that way they are putting like goodwill and good faith into the employees that they have to say, hey, like, we want to make sure you guys get your bag for creating. And we want to just see you guys continue to create, whether it's old IPs, something new, because they do have that new IP that is going to be an RPG series coming out eventually. And then, you know, new games in their existing catalogs, like the new Castlevania that's coming out. Of course, there was that new Silent Hill game that got announced, as well as Silent Hill. I almost said Resurrection F. I'm thinking about Frieza, but I know that's not the title. Silent Hill F came out, but yeah, like seeing them give people 30% more. Great job. We love it. We love to see it. All right, let's talk a little bit about what happened with Nintendo over the last weekend, because there was a lot. And what tells me that everything that happened is true is former Nintendo employees came out, and basically their reaction to it kind of paints the picture, because they were very angry about it. And the best way to not let people know something's going on is to just not react to it. So when you react in anger, it kind of tells people that this information might be legit. And what am I talking about? Well, last week, Nintendo did announce themselves Star Fox was going to be in the Mario movie, which you spoiled the surprise for people who wanted to show up to the movie and just experience it. But it appears that it's part of a larger plan. Let's get the bad news of this out of the way first. There won't be a general Nintendo Direct, it seems, until June of this summer. And the next 3D Mario game won't really be coming out until 2027. And apparently that's going to come out after Pokemon Winds and Waves comes out, which tells us that Winds and Waves is probably an earlier game. So no 3D Mario this year, but in its place, they are kind of getting rid of the Switch 2 editions after a couple more come out later this year, which is the Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition, which is part of this rumor. Star Fox is getting a brand new game coming out really soon, this summer, June, from what this leak says. And The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is indeed getting remade. And it seems that remake is going to be in kind of like not really taking the 3DS game and up-resing it, but kind of what Resident Evil 2 is, that style of remake. So it's going to have like some money behind it. This was a lot of information to come out. Even more has come out over the last couple of days, like a new Wario Land game is apparently in development and going to be coming out pretty soon as well. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is slated for the summertime. The Dust Bloods is slated for early fall of this year. What do you guys think about, one, all of these rumors to come out, and just in general, like your like decompressing thoughts after seeing that VGC article about this?
I have so many thoughts, I don't know where to start. So Because that's a lot of fucking news, dude, out of one situation with Nintendo. I feel a little bad for them in a way, because like so much fun about games is the surprises for me. I love just fucking not knowing where the hell shit's gonna go and what's gonna happen next. But at the same time, this is all so fucking cool to like hear about that I'm just like, I'll take anything at this point, because you guys should have had a fucking direct in March. Like, what are we doing here? The month is over. Why are you waiting until June? But at the same time, holy shit, you want to remake Ocarina of Time? That is the one that I have like had the most amount of like what the fuck out of like a Zelda fan. And I really hope that they're doing the thing where they're meshing the two Zelda formulas that have been established now, of that Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom formula, and meshing Ocarina of Time. Because if they're not trying to merge the two Zelda formulas, like what the fuck is the point of this remake? Like, Ocarina of Time is constantly the most highest rated, most beloved video game on every fucking retro video gamers list ever, for the most part. Like, top 100 is usually number one. It's just been the fucking video game of a century, of a decade, as far as anyone's concerned. Give whatever time span you want. So trying to remake it and to do the exact same thing sounds so nuts. Like, I just don't know like what the hell you do other than try to be the game to merge the two formulas. Or do you just like say, screw it, we're just going to modernize it a little bit? Because I don't think doing that kind of thing, like the Resident Evil 2 remake is really good, but for the most part, like the level layout is pretty much the same between that game and the original game. You can't have that in Ocarina of Time. The level layout is going to feel really restrictive, and Eiji Aonuma has come out and been like, I don't like it when games are this linear anymore, and he constantly talks about and shits on like holding players' hands. He really does believe now that games need to be open with insane player choice. And so like, I don't say that I want to have like Ocarina of Time mixed with Breath of the Wild and that means the Master Sword breaks, but like there needs to be some level of reconciliation between these two design philosophies to make an Ocarina of Time remake make sense. And I know that Nintendo is smart enough of a company to solve that design puzzle box that they've just fucking created for themselves, and I feel like that this is a great way to try and tackle that. And you could make one of the coolest fucking video games ever, or it's gonna be super weird, because like I don't know, I don't think they would touch this. Like I don't like, it's their biggest piece of their legacy for many fucking players, so I don't think they would touch this if they didn't have a great foundation and an understanding of where to go with it. Like it's so nuts to the idea of even attempting to remake Ocarina of Time that I feel like they are aware of how high stakes this is and that it must be decent. They must have a nice idea. Like, this is the company that fucking threw Metroid Prime 4 out the window and then redid the development because they weren't happy with it. They would fucking burn down the studio and rebuild it from the ground up if it turns out they were fucking up an Ocarina of Time remake. I don't think they would stake their reputation on that at all. So I hope that's what this is. I hope they fucking figured out how to solve that design puzzle, because that's my dream Zelda game, is to figure out how to merge those two styles together. And if this is the way that they do it, I am fucking incredibly excited for it. But I'm going to yield my time because there's a million other topics to talk about when it comes to this Nintendo shit. And I know that there's like fucking 20 other things that you guys could say about everything that's come out. So I want to hear what you guys think.
Carson, you want to go next?
Said that Nomura prefers games to be non-linear now, right?
He does, yeah.
Do you think we could get him to play Postal 2?
What if that's actually his fucking favorite game of all time and he's got a room dedicated to it in his closet and he just won't mention it to others?
Wow. In his closet is wild.
Just picturing Link
you
wearing
open
sunglasses.
it up and it's the shrine and he pees on it every day when he comes home.
I'm picturing Link wearing sunglasses going, this can't be good for me, but I feel great. Link smoking a health pipe.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that's about the only take that I really have. Like, it is a bit strange that the former employees would react that way. However, I can also see a scenario where they are either overreacting or even fucking with people, or both of you started to drink at the same time. What the fuck?
Synergy, man.
Sorry, your face froze on my end in like the goofiest fucking way. It looked like...
I don't think the Riverside people are going to see that at all, because the recorded uploading of this podcast is going to fix that for us. But for us, you looked fucking crazy, dude.
You looked like one of those like weird like motion smears from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah,
I used to follow.
I wish
Twitter
one of
that
y'all
had
would
those,
have been
like,
able to
great
screenshot
in-betweens
it.
from cartoons. God, Twitter used to be fun like 15 years ago.
Now that's where the actual fucking degenerates are at these days.
Agreed, dude. It's so hard to block those people. It's so fucking hard. My For You section has to be constantly fucking cleaned up.
I haven't gotten on there.
I got it pretty good now.
Forever.
But it was bad.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years for me.
Yeah, the default Twitter experience is fucking insane. It's just madness.
I got on there for
it took a long time
like
to get
one
going.
tweet in August because I had a stupid like gimmick thing from years ago that I got like a calendar alert for. And Twitter has changed so much that like it was honestly a complete waste of time even signing back in and doing it. Like, I went and found it and replied to it, and then as soon as I did, I was like, the person I'm replying to is never, ever, ever going to see this. Like, the site is purposely designed this way, so I don't even know why the fuck I bothered. But
Yeah.
That was the last time. Otherwise, I haven't been on
question.
there in like 2 years, and it honestly, it's helped some. Not like all the way, because I'm on other social media and it's like better for sure, but at the same time it's like you still see shit that you don't necessarily want to, and it's not in the context of like haha fuck you, it's in the context of like you need to be informed, and it's like I do, but fuck you.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do want to streamline a thought that I have, because you are probably the biggest Star Fox fan that I know personally.
God.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So when you hear that Star Fox is getting a new game, where does your initial reaction take you? And I want to give you some good news that it is more classic Star Fox. Is not going to be anything like Assault or Adventure.
Makes me want to go lay in the street. Leave him alone. Just leave Star Fox alone. At this point, I love On Rails gameplay, and I would love for them to do that, but Zero broke my heart. I'm sorry, but like I tried to love that game, and I couldn't do it, and I 100%ed it so I'd never have to play it again. It broke my fucking heart, that game. It was such a bummer. And like,
we should be getting...
No, I don't know. I'd like to have some faith, but it's very hard for me to, at least just off the rumor of new Star Fox game. Because like...
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? If you tell me it's a remake of Star Fox 64, I'm not fucking excited. You've done that. Like, that's one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time. But like, leave it alone. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then, like, if you go back and you're like, oh, we're remaking the first Star Fox, you've done that fucking twice now. Star Fox 64 is just a fucking remake of Star Fox. Star Fox Zero is just a fucking remake of Star Fox. It's the same shit. Stop doing it. Knock it off. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a remake. I don't know. I can't get excited. I can't get excited when I just hear new Star Fox. Hopefully, whatever we see won't make me feel like a cynical dickhead. But, like, I tell you, man, Zero really broke my fucking heart. I was so excited for that game. Even with the stupid gyro controls, I wanted to love it. I wanted to so bad, and it just broke me. Just bummed me the fuck out.
To add more to the Star Fox fire, apparently it's visually appealing, is what the rumors state. So at least it's gonna look pretty.
Zero looked pretty too.
True.
Most Star Fox games look pretty fucking good, actually. So that's not exactly new.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with Assault, but it's not a bad looking game.
I love Assault.
Like,
I love
Star
Assault
Fox
so
Adventures
much.
has issues, and it's a very much a lesser Legend of Zelda.
I love that
but
one
it's got
too.
a really nice art style. I genuinely really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, Adventure was a good time. And Assault.
Adventure's
I love both
really
of those
not
games.
as bad as people say. I honestly, I don't think it's bad. I just kind of find it boring. But, like, it's not a bad game at all. It's really not. It's just really not Star Fox. The on-rail stuff is very tacked on and way worse than than Star Fox 64. And, like, it's not bad, but a lot of the stuff that it does, it's just Zelda. You know, it's like all shit that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and eventually Wind Waker, all those games did a lot better. But
I mean, I also played it when I was 11, so I definitely had shit taste because I thought Spyro Into the Dragonfly was like one of the greatest games of all time.
But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't deserve the level of scorn that it gets either. Like, yeah, it's a lesser Zelda, but I mean, I'm not sitting here going like it's a lesser fucking Prince of Persia 3 or some shit, you know?
Exactly. That's it being compared to a Zelda game is not a bad thing to be compared to whatsoever. More. Oh, go ahead.
No,
Carson.
no. I was just gonna finish off the one thought that I had.
Yeah.
If they were, I know I normally don't necessarily fuck with wanting remakes or being like they should remake this. But if they were to take a game that could be done a lot better now and very much expand on it, that I would actually like to see a modern take of would be Star Fox Command.
Ooh, that'd
the
be a
story
good one.
stuff is dumb as shit, but the actual gameplay, like the idea of it at least, I really like. And if it just... I haven't been able to play that game since it came out comfortably. And it really sucks because I don't hate it. The story's stupid as fuck and it is repetitive, but I like it. It's not bad, but there's not a comfortable way to play it. And it fucks up my wrists. Like, fuck that. So, just throwing it out there. If the other part of the rumor was like, it's a remake of a Star Fox game that's not the first or Star Fox 64, then I would be like, yo, hey. Command would be tight.
What could
Command
it be?
would be tight.
Yeah. I think a different layer to Assault could also be tight, but I'm not going to ask for that. I know a lot of people don't like that game. I really enjoy it, but yeah, I'm curious to see what it looks like. We should be seeing it pretty soon, actually. within the next couple of weeks. Apparently, it's going to be a Nintendo Today announcement. So we'll see when that happens. Adding to this rumor, there was more that came out. This Super Metroid remake that apparently is just going to have a pixel art style but modern controls, I think sounds pretty cool. I would definitely be excited for that. And that team is also still neck deep in development of Metroid 6. So the follow-up to Dread should be coming out probably within the next year or two. Which I had heard about that a long time ago, so it's not really like news to me. It's like, oh yeah, like I know that, just don't know when it's coming. But the thing that has me very curious is a new Wario Land game, because the last Wario Land game we got was Shake It for the Wii, which I thought was a fine game. I actually really enjoyed what I played of that. But I would be curious if this new Wario Land game is a 2D game or a 3D game, because the world needs more Wario. And Wario fucking World on the 64 was
GameCube,
not 61, the GameCube.
GameCube, yeah,
that was a fun time.
it's on the GameCube app now.
So, oh yeah, it is. Something might be getting added into the rotation this week. Just letting y'all know. I forgot.
I want to see them do
shit.
more 2D shit with Wario Land, because my fucking dude, I was part of that group that grew up on Wario Land 4 for GBA. Holy shit, I still fucking have that game's menu music playing in my head right now. If they could bring back, it's kind of like the old school section of Wario at this point, right? Like now they're like making him I'm the rich guy. I have all the money. Now give me more money. I like the days when he's like, I don't have enough money. I have to find the money. Like his weird treasure hunting days.
Yeah.
I wish they would take him back to that a little bit and try to go from there.
He's the Scrooge McDuck of Nintendo right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's always kind of been like just the greedy character. And I like the idea behind that. And him being like a crazy business mogul in the mini games series or the micro game series and stuff is good, but I would hope that if they're going to do another Wario Land, they go back to that treasure hunting vibe, and they try to make him like kind of, I need to find my shit again. Like send him into a pyramid and just like see what the fuck happens. Like let's go back.
Like the plot could be the last WarioWare game. Like the last time he did that, it actually sent him into bankruptcy, so now he has to rebuild
and
his
now
funds.
He's got to go to the junk. Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'd be super down with that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's apparently we won't see that one for a while because that one is much later off. But the next few announcements we should get are dates for Splatoon Raiders, the Fire Emblem game, and then this alleged Star Fox game that's going to be coming out. So that kind of covers the Nintendo rumors. Things that I kind of want to see from it, because I don't know where I'm at on the Ocarina of Time remake yet. It depends on, one, what they do to it, and two, who's developing it. Because if it is being developed by Monolith Soft, I will be very excited for that. But that also pushes back hopes and dreams of a new Xenoblade coming out pretty soon. And I don't know if I want a new Xenoblade more or if I want more Zelda more. So I don't know. The more I think about this Star Fox game that could potentially be coming out, I am pretty excited to see the direction that it takes, because it's been so long, and Zero was, like Carson said, it broke his heart. I didn't play it enough to really have like an initial reaction to it. I won't say that. What I played of it, I thought was decent, but I can definitely understand why a lot of people don't like that game. So I'm really curious to see how they make Star Fox for a new generation, because it's been over 10 years since the Star Fox game has come out. There's, a lot of people did not play that last one because it was on the Wii U. So now we're at a point where you can appeal to a bigger audience. And if you do that, how do you do that? What's the direction you take this game? Is it strictly on rails, or are we going to be able to do dogfights in space? Ooh. Ace Combat controls, but it's Star Fox.
Fuck that.
Yeah, you don't need it to be that hardcore. Yeah, Ace Combat's fine the way it is. Star Fox, I just want to do barrel rolls.
Star Fox is fine the way it is. Fuck that. That's part of why I like it so much is how it controls. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
I don't know, man.
Bud.
Ace Combat's a really good game.
I'm not
It's
saying
good
it
'cause
isn't,
it's a jet
but
game.
keep it in
It-
Ace Combat. Keep
All right,
your
that's-
fucking jalapenos out of my goddamn peanut butter.
That's fair. That's fair. If anybody put jalapenos in peanut butter, I got a lot more questions for them.
Exactly. Which is why you wouldn't put Ace Combat controls in your Star Fox. And you
I don't
wouldn't
know.
download
I feel like
a car.
that could work. I feel like it could work. Dog fights in space.
That's
You
what
know.
that's what Ace Combat is for.
That's what Star
What if-
Fox is. It already
what
has
if-
dog fights in space. What are you talking about? Going nuts here. What the fuck do you think the Starfall fucking fights are? What the fuck?
I'm just saying, like, what if it just had a little bit more action? A little bit faster pace.
I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm over here. How much fucking
Gotta
faster do
stop
you want
doubling
it?
down, JT. You're gonna break Carson.
I don't know, but I will just say, as somebody who wants more games from Nintendo, this leak does have me excited because this leak is a lot of things that I would be excited about in a Nintendo Direct, and I'll probably still be excited when we actually get those trailers for these games to come out. I need to be talked into it more for this Ocarina of Time remake, because I just don't know. After Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and even Skyward Sword, I just don't know, like, where I want the direction of a game like that to go. So, and I'm not a fucking purist by any means. Like, I like when something gets remade, I'm like, sure, like, I will definitely go experience that again in a different light. So I don't need it to be one-to-one like a lot of, people would want things to be. Like Metal Gear Solid Delta, I know that was very much almost one-to-one from Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't need it to be that. It could be different, but just take story beats and elements from the OG, and I'm not going to ask for much, but we'll see. I just need to see what else they could do. But yeah, all right, well, that's our last topic of the evening. Do we have any closing thoughts on that?
No.
All right. I do want to get to a couple community questions before we sign off, because there's some really good ones in here. Smoking Shampro asks, when it comes to cheese, which of these cheeses is king? Goat cheese, Gouda cheese, cheese whiz, nacho cheese, or queso? Swiss cheese, pizza cheese, or cheddar?
That's too many cheeses. I've never tried that many cheeses before. I don't think I tried like 4 of those.
Have you had goat cheese?
No.
Oh man, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'm like, for me, it's goat cheese all the way.
Is goat cheese like feta cheese?
Yeah, kind of.
Then I might have had goat cheese. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm dying on that hill. Goat cheese is the king of cheeses.
Fuck you, Pepper Jack. I'm out. That's my last one.
It's not even on the list.
It does say which of these.
Goodness gracious. Oh man. Carson, what cheese are you picking as cheese king?
Of these, queso, baby.
Queso's a good pick. Like, queso well
Queso.
done is a good pick. Not that Chipotle shit.
Yeah.
We got Rigby asking, if you could own an arcade, which game would forever be in the rotation at the arcade?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I think Galaga and fucking a version of Tetris, probably. Probably more Galaga, though.
Galaga's a good pick. I do like playing the giant Galaga at the arcades. I'm going to go with Tekken 7 and Tekken Tag 2. Carson, what's your rotation?
Oh, I'm so
forever
glad you
rotation
asked.
game?
Sega bass fishing.
All right,
Unfucking ironically, that's the one cabinet I have wanted since I was a child, is a full-size Sega bass fishing cabinet. And I know now that will never fucking happen, sadly. Can't even fucking afford a house to put the bitch in, even if I could locate and purchase one. So I am, in a word, fucked!
I got a question. With that arcade cabinet, do you play with a fishing rod or do you play with a controller?
The
Or is it a
full-size,
ball?
well, both of them you play with a fishing controller, but the full-sized one has a wire that is attached below the bottom of the screen that goes to the controller, and that's how it gauges your line tension. So you literally have to move your entire body to move the controller closer to it, for it to register like your movements. You can't just use a stick, or it's not attached to like an analog to control it. It's the physical controller itself. I'm sure in 2026, a game that is that rigorous and 20 years old is a bitch to maintain. I can't imagine. And I also couldn't tell you the last time I actually saw one, which contributes a lot to that theory. But it's fucking awesome, and it's part of why I love that game so much. Like, that machine is striking, and there's never really been anything quite like it before or since. And it's a fucking shame that I never find it anywhere, which, again, is a big reason why I think it's probably a bitch to maintain. And there's a very good chance, now that I think about it, that there's parts for it that you either can't get or aren't produced anymore, which really sucks to think about.
Yeah.
Let me look up
Damn.
a picture and throw it in the Discord real quick, because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, I gotta see something. I've never seen anything like that after hearing you describe it. Maybe like at like a Dave & Buster's where they have not Sega bass fishing, but some other probably fishing game. But yeah, I would have to see that. And I'm only gonna do one more of these because I know we got to get out of here. The Duck asks, "What is your favorite white girl song?"
Oh, I have an answer for this, like actually, and I can't fucking. It like left my head. Like I just fucking can't remember. Oh, I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It by Katy Perry. There it is. I saw her face the whole time, but I wasn't able to make the connection. That one.
All right, that's
the one.
pretty good white girl song.
I don't know why, dude. That song got played a ton when I was a lot younger, and now it's just like ultimately trapped in my brain.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go with Avril Lavigne, Girlfriend. I think that is top tier white girl music right there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Carson, what white girl jams you got on your playlist? What's your favorite?
Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
All right.
That's like the white girl anthem of a certain age.
Which age?
Definitely our generation.
Okay. I gotta look.
Maybe a little
I
older
can't-
too. If you heard the song, you'd get it. Like,
Yeah.
unironically, if you have not heard the song and you heard me go bitch, you probably thought I was making a stupid joke. It's not. It's a good song. I like it. It's a jam. If someone
Bitch
does it
by
in
Meredith
karaoke, it
Brooks.
always gets over big time.
All right. I'm looking this one up. I will listen to
Fucking
this.
play it on stream. Who cares? Fuck them.
You know, if I could, I would, but I haven't figured that part out yet. One day we'll get there. Alrighty, let's get out of here, folks. Remember to like and subscribe to all of our channels. Help you boys out. And, you could also donate to the Patreon. And if you donate $4, $1 goes to each of us. Maybe about 69 cents after taxes. But, that's the name of the game right now. Zach, tell the good folks at home where they can find you.
Yeah, you can catch me here every Monday night. You can also check me out at Zach Fisher TV. I'm dropping supposedly weekly videos. I've been doing a lot more than weekly. I've been doing almost like every other day, which I will be pulling back and going back to trying to just do weekly. But there was a little bit too much going on that I wanted to talk about, so I had to kick some shit out fast. You can also check me out at itch.io, where I made a video game demo. You can play it for completely free. It's a demo. I think it's about an hour and a half long of a Metroidvania. Play it anywhere you like. Not true. Only on Windows and on Steam Deck, so you can get on those two places.
Hell yeah, mate. Carson, tell the good folks at home where they can find you.
You can find me here most Monday nights, and you can also find me most Wednesdays at youtube.com/expansionpack. That's youtube.com/expansionpack for Brett's friend Carson. And I have to say, most Wednesdays we have new episodes. We won't have one this week. Gonna take a week to breathe. We will have a new episode of Brett's friend Carson for you next week. However, we have 64, possibly even 65 now that I think about it, and I should take a peek at that. It's almost as if I have my cell phone in front of me right here, and it's 64, which, hey, you know what? We played Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64, and by we, I mean my wonderful wife and Mr. Bretsky over the last 2 weeks. So if you haven't seen that, along with all the other episodes that Mr. Bretsky and I have done on Brett's friend Carson, you can check that out right now, youtube.com/expansionpack. That's youtube.com/expansionpack for Brett's friend Carson. That's
Hell
that.
yeah. Breaking news, by the way. Mario Kart World just got a new mode. The Bomb on Blast was re-added to Mario Kart World.
Whoa.
Re-added?
Yeah, because it wasn't in Mario Kart World initially, but it's been in other Mario Kart games. So I guess it's added for the first time in Mario Kart World from other games. If that makes any sense.
It returns. That's a fun game mode. I'm kind of happy they brought
Whoa,
that back in.
that was not in World Tour? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. I really need to actually play that sometime, don't I?
Yeah, I've been.
I guess now's a
wanting an
good time.
excuse to
They
play
added
that.
fucking
Exactly.
Bomb on
Yeah.
Blast. Cool.
Yeah, I think I might boot that up later. But you can find me in your mom's bedroom eating some yogurt, or just in your mom's bedroom for kicks and giggles. But you can really find me on Monday Night Mayhem every Monday night. You can also find my YouTube shorts, as I've been putting out daily shorts over the last few days. And guess what? I'm going to put out a YouTube short tomorrow as well. So be on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, remember to stay safe. Don't try to stick forks into open sockets. Tell somebody you love them. Give somebody a hug. And always tip your strippers. Peace.